Hello guys, MikuChibi here, and today I will be reviewing the Christmas banner, the White Holy Night selection order. And I will also be reviewing the skills that are in this order and talk about if this banner is worth the pull or not. So let's get started. Sure about this banner is that it's a guaranteed banner that is featuring all 4-star skill records that have appeared in Christmas order until 2021, meaning the Christmas skill from 2018 to 2021. And the price to pull on this banner costs about 2,500 Arcana gems. And this is available till the Christmas, so 25th December, which is really nice. And you have time to collect some gems over 2 weeks from now. Really nice. And we do have some future skill that you can see. It is not all of them, but some of them. And yeah. And if you look at the rates, we are at 0.18%. And if we'll go to the guaranteed one, we should be at 4.5. Not the best, but they are around I think there are around 22 skills in this banner, right? And some of them is alright, but most of them are bad, I would say. But let's start with the first skill, which is Sachi. Xmas Sachi, this is the first skill that came out, or one of the first skills that came out for Christmas. It is a sword skill with slash and holy at 30 SP cost. This one was one of the most wanted skill back in when the game first came out, and it was really strong. But nowadays it is kind of useless, and the animation is pretty long and the damage percent is low, so it is a bad skill. Next we have Holy Knight Yuuki. This one is a pass skill for blunt user, axe and mace. Same for this skill, it was really good back in 2018, but now we have better skill that can easily replace it and are stronger. So this passive is now more outdated, but you can still use it for the main quest. Holy Feast Kirito. This one is a really nice maze support skill that can buff your party crit rate up to 30% at maximum rate for 60 seconds. This skill is still being used for GOG till this day, especially to help out to get over the boss crit rate resistance, which usually are around 100 crit rate. So this is a good skill to have if you're running a support maze set. Kind Xmas Asuna. This one is a pass skill that recover your HP up to 30 HP per crit. And as you can see, 30 HP is nothing and potion is far better to use, that gives you more HP back. So this passive you can throw it away. White Noel Asuna. Once again another Asuna skill, but this time is a Frost Water Rapier skill. This skill gives water element debuff up to 25% for 10 seconds. Another old skill that can be used for GOG to debuff water, but most of the time you won't use it, and it is also a weak skill that doesn't need to take your weapon slot. So this one is more situational skill, but most of the time it won't be needed. Silent Knight Leafa. This one is a pass skill that gives you up to 20% max HP increase. A nice passive for early players that you started the game, but into the later game, when you have reached higher floor, it becomes more useless and you do want attack passive than having a HP passive. Good early, but bad in late game. Pretty Santa Silica. This one is a slash holy spear skill. It has small percent damage that gives you also 5% max HP recovery when you hit the mob, and it also gives you switch gain. So this one is a knowledge spear that you won't be using a lot, since there are better and newer spear that are stronger and can easily replace Pretty Santa Silica. But you can use it as a mod fodder for spirit if you're farming in the floor or dungeon mobs to get some HP back. Holy Present Sinon. This is our first Christmas bow skill. It is a frost water bow that gives frostbite to enemy at specific rate. Really weak bow that you won't really use, since nowadays bow are into more damage than applying elements, and they are better skilled that are better at applying frostbite, so you can also throw this one away. White Christmas Alice. This one is a passive skill that gives you a small 8% attack at maximum break, and also some additional damage according number of hits. And I would say this one is a bad passive skill that relies that you use your normal attack, and there are better passive out there that gives better effect than this passive, and you are more rather to use your skills than using your normal hit. If you get hit, the number will get reset. Blue Holy Knight Yugeo. This is a blunt holy axe that costs 30 SP to use. This skill is kinda useless when, once again, there are better skills that gives more damage and you don't really need the 50% damage reduction when you have already Congo on your Weapon Prophecy and Mastery skill. Holy Knight Present Kirito. Now a finally really good passive skill. This passive scales off your levels, so if you are at level 190, you will be receiving 22.8% attack, which is really good. Also, it gives you 3% max HP back per critical hit, but it is not really good against late game bosses since they have really high crit resistance, but it's still a good to get attack percent. So if you don't have a Veteran Sword Technique 4 passive yet, this one can be used for a while once you have the better version of it, but you can also use both of them because Veteran Technique 4 and this one, number 3, stacks together. Lovely Custom Cake Lisbeth. This one is another mace skill, but this time a damage mace skill. Blunt Holy at 24 SP cost, and it deals more additional damage at 30% of your current HP, while you have a buff on yourself. Not the strongest mace, but there are better skills out there, and you can pretty much put this one away and equip the better one. And most of the time you will be using support than using mace skill damage dealer. Carol of Joy Yuuki, one of the first Christmas Awakening passive that was really good. 12% crit damage, and it also gives you damage reduction from the enemy and also 50% evasion. And it also gives you 30% crit rate if you have evasion buff. So this passive was really good, especially in AA build, but nowadays there aren't that many are using it since AA build is more dead now, not really good for late game or end game content, but it still can be used for main quest or lower level chaos showdown. Sometimes it can be good if you want some extra 5-second rush time, but for now I would say this one is an alright passive to get. Holy Knight with you, Koharu. This one is another Holy Spear, but this time Awakening Frost Spear. A really nice fodder if you don't have any better fodder spear out there, and it can be good to use if you need a holy debuff. But because it has a high SP cost at 30, you're better to have something else that can support yourself better at lower SP cost. Or you can use it as an awakening buffer. Use the taste Sachi. This is our second spear mod that came out after the release of mod series into the game, and it is a frost water at 26 SP cost, and it is really strong if you have more creative skills in your set. And it also gives a switch gain, so that is really nice. In my opinion, these skills are really good when you farm on the floor, especially floor 47. But nowadays there are stronger spears, spear mod with better bonus. So you can use this spear as a fodder if you don't have anything else better than it. A Clumsy Present Sinon, another bow mod that everyone wanted for Chaos Griffin. Frozen Water at 26 SP cost, and it was really strong bow mod with 50% water damage, and also fire attack if you have any creature in your set, and also gave you switch gain. But nowadays there are better bow out there with better bonus, and the animation for the Clumsy Present Sinon, it wasn't that really good, but still it is a really nice bow to have. Hasty Winter General Eugeo. This one is a slash water axe skill, which made people really disappointed since it was not blunt, but still it was really good to have because it has same bonus as Sinon, and it was really good to break on axe break or slash break. But nowadays there are better water mod skills out there, and no one is really a fan of slash axe, so it has fallen off a bit. But if you do get it, you might as well use it till you have a better mod axe or use it as a fodder. Snowy Scar Present Unleashed. This one is a really good mod sword for early, and this one is also the only mod skill with a switch gain. So really good early, but nowadays it has fallen a bit off. But you can still use it as a second mod if you don't have other stronger mods out there. So for me, I still use it because I don't really have that many mods sword skill, and it has helped me to clear harder content. So it is a really nice mod skill to have as a second mod. Now for our last 4 skills, we're gonna start with Decoration in Progress Asuna. This one has the same effect as Holy Knight Yuuki, but it also gives you 3% damage reduction against monsters that have frost element attack, and is also awakening. So a better version of Holy Knight Yuuki, but same as again, there are better paths out there that can replace it, but still this is fine to use for longer fights or for main quest. Smiling with the General Kirito, another awakening spear that is Frost and Water, a buffer skill that gives you attack buff and at the same time debuff the enemy defense, but it gives the enemy attack percent, which is kinda risky if you don't have any counter to remove the stacking from the enemy. But this one is alright buffer skill that helps you to reduce the enemy defense, especially for GOG, and also gives you more attack to deal more damage. The final touch, Yuna. This one is our first connect skill for Christmas theme. A blunt holy connects mace skill that buffs yourself with more attack percentage and also give you SP back every time you hit a crit. So a really good to have against floor 91 dragon if you have a mace damage dealer skills to help, or for GOG. And it is a really nice buff for yourself, but I would say you will only use this one if you have all skills that are able to build a mace damage build. For the final skill, we have Holy Knight Banquet Yui, a slash holy burst skill, and also our first burst skill with a Christmas theme. It is a really strong burst skill that works pretty good in a slash holy dagger build, especially with treasure hunter Philia. Also, it doesn't consume SP when you use the burst. The only thing that is a bit weird with this one is that you don't really need in your set, and the reason is because you need to have elements on yourself to be able to get the second effect, bonus effect. But most of the time you will be using your cleanse to remove the elements. So the SP cost is also high without the burst, which is at 30 SP, and the cooldown is 16 seconds. So I would say it's a pretty long, I mean it's a pretty weird dagger skill, but still really fine to use or to play around. So after going through all the skills, is it worth the poll? If you are new players, this banner definitely not worth the poll right now. It is not the best one, since most of the skills here are alright, but mostly updated, and there are some skills that does also need some support from other skills. So yeah, the only thing that will be great for new players is getting the mod sword, because it is amazing as damage dealer, or if you want to have it as a second mod. And then we have players that looking for mid-max, or looking for better skills. Then this banner is definitely not worth the poll then. There are going to be more banners coming soon in the future, so stay tuned for that, so save your Arcane Gems. And if you use a player that doesn't have that many Christmas skills and is also here to collect some skills, then this banner is definitely worth the poll, since it gives you a guaranteed 4-star skill, so that is nice. But in overall, it's not worth the poll right now, and there are better skill out there, so save your Arcane Gems and wait for maybe for New Year, who knows. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy my review on this banner. If you plan to pull on this banner, I wish you guys good luck. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. So take care now, and bye bye.